It's finally time to score and bake our first loaf with our brand new sourdough starter. I'm gonna use parchment paper underneath of it. If you don't have it, you can just flour your baking dish. I'm also using a Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, use 2 loaf pans, one to bake in and one as a lid. I find that I like to bake in metal better, so I always use my glass one as the lid. Today, I'm gonna use my Dutch oven so I can score it prettier for you. Okay, I just crinkle the parchment paper up so that it shapes better in my Dutch oven. We're gonna take the loaf and uncover it. It still feels great, and I was being lazy and just put it in my bowl if you don't remember. So flip that baby over, and we're gonna give it a score. I'm just using the scoring tool that comes in most kits. If you don't have one, use a sharp knife. If you want your design to stick out, add a little flour. A lot of people use rice flour. I've never bought that, so I don't have it. I don't want to have multiple flours. Maybe someday, but. So I'm just covering it with a little bit of my regular all-purpose flour. And then pick your design. I'm just gonna do something real simple. I'm gonna do an expansion score down the side, and then just a simple wheat stalk. Here's what it looks like. Let me grab my Dutch oven. You want to have your oven preheated to 450 degrees with your Dutch oven in it. If you're using loaf pans, those do not need to be preheated. I think we determined my Dutch oven is a 5-quart Dutch oven. Make sure when you take your Dutch oven out of the oven, you're using hot pads, because you will burn yourself. Out of habit, you'll grab that lid, and it is hot. Some people put ice cubes, and I also do it occasionally underneath. I'm not gonna do it this time, but it does add moisture and can make your crust a little softer. I've been really liking the crispy crust. I also wanted to show you the bread slings. I do own these and I use them often, but for this I wanted to make sure that you knew what you could use in place of it. If you're gonna use a bread sling, place your loaf on top of that, score it. Then you just sit it in the Dutch oven. If you're using the loaf pans, make sure to set those on a cookie sheet to help protect the bottom. Okay, this is going in my 450 degree oven with the lid on for 30 minutes. Also depends how crisp you want your crust. So if you want a softer crust, leave it covered for longer and uncovered for a shorter amount of time. It's been 30 minutes. Let's see how she did. Moment of truth, I'm opening it towards you. Holy snikes. She rose really good. I'm pretty excited. It's going back in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes uncovered, just so I can brown it and crisp it up. Also, if you have a meat thermometer, we're looking for an internal temperature somewhere between 200 and 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So I will be checking that. I usually do that behind the scenes, but I do test that. Now, all of our ovens are different. So because mine takes 50 minutes, yours may take an hour, it may take 45. So I do suggest, if you don't have a meat thermometer, to get one, unless you can get it figured out without, and then you just know how long it takes. And also, inclusion loaves do tend to take me longer, so the meat thermometer is really nice to have. And I really talk with my hands, don't I? It's been 15 more minutes, and we're gonna temp check it. I'm gonna put it back in for 3 more minutes, and then I'm just gonna pull it at that time. So this loaf took me 30 minutes covered and 18 minutes uncovered. It rose beautifully. Look at that. This is with my brand new sourdough starter that we just started. And actually, my scoring even looks pretty darn good. I'm really excited to cut into it, but we need to wait between 1 and 2 hours. If you watch a lot of my videos, I am terrible about not waiting. But we're gonna wait on this one since it's new and since I'm teaching you how to do it. We're gonna wait. So I will be back in 1 to 2 hours and we're gonna cut into it. Okay, hear me out. It's been almost an hour, but I have a graduation party to go to, hence the reason I'm out of my pajamas. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into it. If it turned out good, I wanted to share half the loaf. Here goes nothing. It feels really good. It feels a little heavy, but other than that, it feels crispy. It feels super good. And I also wanted to show you one last tool that I enjoy having. This bread knife works amazing. So I'll show you how it works once I get this cut in half. Okay, here we go. Guys, it looks amazing. It's still steamy. That's a great first loaf. Honestly, I think this might be my best first loaf out of all my starters I've started. It's still steaming, but it's so soft. Let's try it. And I like the ends. I'll show you the knife. Literally cuts like butter. Look at that. Put a little bit of butter on it. My starter did amazing. I hope if you're new to sourdough, you're able to watch all the videos on step-by-step, start to finish, from your brand new starter to baking and trying the bread, and that you enjoyed it. I'm definitely happy with the way my starter turned out and my first loaf of bread. But as a reminder, not all first loaves are gonna turn out this good. A lot of times they will be a tad bit dense just because you're learning. Your starter may not quite have been ready yet. You may have overproofed some. You may have underproofed some. There's so many variables that we just keep trying. And honestly, sourdough doesn't have to be perfect. We just like bread. I'm just happy if it rises and it turns out edible. This will be the final video of the series, step by step, start to finish, feeding to baking and trying a loaf of bread. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Do you want me to try some inclusion loaves for you? I'm currently doing bagels, so I'll get that video posted in the next day or so. And let me know what else you want to see, or if I was too fast or skipped steps that you want to see something more thoroughly, let me know that. And I'll try to help you the best I can.